Hey everybody, Cypher here, and I'm going to bring you the Monk Mistweaver abilities. The Mistweaver is the healing spec for monks, and if you'll notice, they use mana and chi, unlike the other two specs. So, to start off, we're going to go with the main heal ability, which is probably what they're going to use the most. It's actually a channeled heal, and for any of these heals, got to keep in mind this is a beta and these numbers are probably not final because they're a little bit ridiculous. But basically this has no upfront mana cost, but it's 2,000 mana per second of channeling it. So I'll channel it on myself. As you can see, it's healing for about 30k, 60k when it crits. I'll show you what it looks like on another person. It's kind of like a beam. And if this ability is fully effective in its healing, it will grant you 1 chi. So that's one of the ways you can get chi as a healer. The next ability I'm going to talk about is Surging Miss. It's a cast, single target heal, and it heals for a pretty high amount right now. Cast it on this person. Or actually, I don't think I can cast it on them. But as you see, it heals for an extraordinarily high amount. 130k, and there's a few ways to reduce the cast time of this spell. If you're channeling Soothing Miss, it's actually instant on your target, so, and it doesn't break your cast. And then there's another way that I'll get to a little bit later on. Okay, now Renewing Mist. This is a hot. It ticks on me on level 85 in this 378 gear for about 30k, I think. 25k. So it also bounces around to nearby injured allies. It goes, I think, up to 3 times. Yeah, up to 3 different allies. I don't have any around me right now, so you won't be able to see that. The next ability is Uplift. This ability costs 2 chi, and what it does is it's going to refresh Renewing Miss on any other target. So in a group situation, you put Renewing Miss out, it spreads itself to other people. You just hit Uplift once, it's going to heal them, and it's also going to refresh the buff of it. As you can see, 10, 9. If I hit it again, refreshed. Alright, now the next ability seems pretty broken. It's basically like a raid cooldown, and it instantly heals targets for 181,000 and clears them of any harmful magical poison and bleed effect. But it also says within their vision. I think, yeah, within the vision. So I'm assuming that that means a target in front of you, and you have to be in a group to use this ability, but I'll just show you how much it heals for. And it costs 7,000 mana. So it'll heal me for 181k. Pretty accurate to what the tooltip said. Okay, the next ability is Chi Wave. Gonna just use jab and get some chi. Okay, Chi Wave is basically a heal / damage ability. It costs 2 chi, and you shoot it at an enemy or an ally, and it's gonna hit enemies and heal allies. Although right now it's kind of broken. If I go use it on an NPC, it's gonna heal and hit them. It's kind of weird. But I'll just use it on this target dummy, and it'll bounce between me and the target dummy, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's red when it's acting as damage and green when it's acting as healing. It has a 6-second cooldown. Okay, and the next ability, Jasmine Force T. This is a 3,000 mana spell. And what it does is over 6 seconds it regenerates 3 chi. So if you don't have time to go melee stuff, you just pop this, wait the 6 seconds, and 3 chi. Use it again so I can get a full bar. Alright, that's pretty simple. Next one is Thunder Focus T. You receive a jolt of energy, doubling the healing of your next Surging Mist or Uplift. So it basically just buffs 2 of the ones I previously mentioned. So I'll use it, and then I'll do Surging Mist on myself. Now it's healing me for 31k. And if I renew Mist and use Uplift, heals for a lot, heals for double. Alright. Now, the next ability is kind of interesting. It's going to be something you're going to have to watch. It's called Cherry Mana Tea. Now, what this does is, for every 3 chi you spend, no matter what you're spending it on, you could spend it on the spinning kick, if you'd like. If I could get it out of my spellbook. So every 3, it's going to give me a charge right here. So 1, 2, and 3. I'm at 5. And for every 1 charge of it, it gives you 5 mana per second, I think. It restores 5% of your maximum mana. So, and this stacks up to 50 times. So whenever you feel like you want to use it, it's a channel, so you're going to have to sit there and actually do it. And it's going to restore your mana. Alright, and actually something I should have mentioned earlier, you get a different stance when you spec Mistweaver. It increases your healing done by 20%, and it replaces your energy to mana, as I already mentioned. And it increases your spell and hit rating equal to your spirit gained from items or effects, similar to how other classes work right now. Okay. Another ability is a passive ability. It's called Teachings of the Monastery. Now what this does is, this is a little bit more for people that are going to go up in melee, kind of like how disciplined priests work when they do damage. When you use your Tiger Palm and expel harm, you get a buff. I'll just go use it right now. Build some chi first. Now what the buff does is it increases or decreases the cast time of your Surging Mist by 20%, and it stacks to 5 times. It's called Vital Mist. So if you use it, get it up to 5, it'll make Surging Mist instant without having to channel. So there you go. You also get that from using Expel Harm, which is the next thing on this list, and because of this it gives Expel Harm no cooldown. So it's just 2,000 mana and you could spam it, and it kind of heals for a little bit much, seeing how you can spam it. And the third thing is, when you do Spinning Crane Kick, it will heal people around you for 100% of the damage done. I believe that's bugged right now, and it's not healing for the correct amount. Yeah, as you can see, it's just healing me for 1. But when it works, that's what it's going to do. Alright. And now, the statue for Mistweaver. Jade Serpent Statue. Mistweavers can actually summon 2, as opposed to 1 like the other 2 classes, or specs. And they also have a couple effects. One effect is, when you do damage, it heals for 50% of the damage done. Which, that's what this healing is right now. It's actually shooting the heals at me. Then another function of this statue is it will heal. It heals for a pretty good amount of HP. I think it's about 25k whenever you click on it. 22.7k. And it has 10 charges of that. So anybody can click this. Alright. And finally, the Mastery. I can't actually use the Mastery because I'm not in a party, but I will tell you what it is. Right now it gives me a 17.8% chance to summon a Soulless Sphere, which is similar to the Healing Sphere. I'm not sure if it's exactly the same, but I'll show you the Healing Sphere with actual healing gear on. It heals for much, much more. I'll do all 3. So 50k. Before, in the other specs, it only heals for about 12k. So that's a pretty substantial boost. And I think that's everything for Mistweaver for now. And if you like it, subscribe and like, and I'll see you all later.